Good evening. My name is Deepa Prahalad, and I'm honored to support this commendable effort between the San Diego Master Chorale, Voices of Chennai, and the Madras Rotary. I was deeply touched by the show of solidarity in helping those suffering from the pandemic, which I know will strengthen the bonds of friendship between India and San Diego. This effort in particular is special to me. I'm so grateful to my friends and colleagues in the San Diego Master Chorale for their dedication. And of course, my father grew up in Chennai, and I have many fond memories of childhood visits there. As a resident of San Diego, often called America's finest city, there are long standing, deep connections to India that extend beyond just the diaspora. There's a melding of hearts and minds. San Diego is a place musical legends like Pandit Ravi Shankar called home for many years. The Tata Institute for Genetics and Society at UCSD is working on advancing global science and technology to address just these kind of pressing global issues. There's a vibrant technology and startup scene in the city. I'm really looking forward to seeing India turn the corner and welcoming friends and family back to celebrate Diwali in Balboa Park, see the Indian miniature paintings at the San Diego Museum of Art, and visit the House of India, which will open at the end of August. As the pandemic reminds us of how deeply we're all connected, it's time for all of us to work together. We've all seen and been touched by this pandemic in some form. I know I have. In trying times, being reminded through the arts of our common humanity can be wonderfully healing. This concert and the efforts of the Madras Rotary are a great expression of both compassion and a commitment to work together toward a brighter future. I'm pleased to see that vaccinations have really started to make a difference in California, and many things have opened up in just the past few weeks. I'm looking forward to having this same outcome in India. The work that the Rotary is doing in improving access to vaccines is critical in ending this crisis. Today is a time for action and a time for hope, and I believe that this concert captures the spirit spectacularly. Please enjoy the concert with your family and friends and support this very important effort as generously as possible. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Ravi Santosham and I'm a practicing pulmonologist in the city of Chennai, southern India. I'm also a fellow of the American College of Chest Physicians. Now, I'm sure most of you know that our country has been devastated by the second wave of the pandemic. Every household has either lost a loved one or a dear friend to this dreaded disease, and some of them are still in hospitals under ventilatory support. Till a few days ago, there were not enough hospital beds for people who had the COVID disease, and there were not enough ambulances. And even if one were to find a hospital bed, there was not enough oxygen going around. Ventilators were few and far between. Ambulances were lined up for miles outside the hospitals, and people were dying inside the ambulances. Even burial grounds and crematoria were chock blocked. Now we are facing the a terrible consequence of this dreaded disease. 26% of people who had survived the COVID illness have post-COVID syndromes, post-COVID pulmonary fibrosis, mucormycosis or the black fungus, a host of neuropsychiatric diseases are just a few examples. There are thousands of post-COVID orphans in our country, or COVID orphans. No, we are not ready for the third wave. Something has to be done. The only way we can get out of this is herd immunity. And that can be only achieved by mass vaccination in a large scale. Sometime back, a month or so ago, my friends from San Diego, Alan Satyadev and Jeff Wallen, called me and said that the San Diego Master Chorale was interested in doing a small concert to raise funds for the COVID mitigation in India. My thoughts only went to the Rotary Club of Madras under the dynamic leadership of Kapil Chitale, who are doing a monumental work in mitigating COVID in the country by way of the vaccination drive of the government. And I'm glad that they've extended a philanthropic arm towards children. That is the need of the hour. Jeff and Alan also said it would be a good idea to have local voices who will take part in this concert. Now that was a problem because choir practices will be violating the COVID norms set down by the government. Sangeeta Santosham came out with a brilliant idea of having a virtual choir and leading them, a choir with people from all walks of life, young people from all walks of life and all faith who got together to do this for us. And some of them were even in isolation with active COVID disease. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we have in store for you. So sit back, relax, enjoy this concert of sorts. And if you feel motivated at the end of the concert, just respond to your conscience. Thank you very much.
Listen to the sound of my voice. Can you feel the beat of my heart? Listen to the questions I have. Listen to me. It's all very simple to see what we need. Give us hope. My voice is calling. Can you see? Look in my eyes. Can you feel? My hand is reaching. Give us hope and we'll show you the way. Listen to the sound of my voice calling. Can you feel the beat of my heart? Listen to the questions I have. Listen to me. We are the future. Help us believe. Give us hope. My voice is calling. Can you see? Look in my eyes. Can you feel? My hand is reaching. Give us hope and we'll show you the way. Take my hand, now look in my eyes. Tell me what you see. Give us hope. My voice is calling. Can you see? Look in my eyes. Can you feel? My hand is reaching. Give us hope and we'll show you the way. Give us hope. My voice is calling. Can you see? Look in my eyes. Can you feel? My hand is reaching. Give us hope and we'll show you the way. Show you the way.
My voice is calling.
Show you the way.
My voice is calling.
Show you the way.
Hi, I'm John Russell, the music director of the San Diego Master Chorale. When myself and members of the chorale first learned the extent to which the pandemic was impacting India, many of us asked ourselves the same question: what can we do to help? We are all getting back to somewhat normal here in the United States, and we were heartbroken to learn that our friends in India were suffering so greatly. Some members of the chorale and the board came to me with an idea to collaborate on a virtual musical project to support those who are fighting the pandemic in India, and to do anything we can to draw attention to and perhaps raise some funds to help our Indian brothers and sisters. What you're about to hear is a performance by the Master Chorale of Randall Thompson's Alleluia. It's an iconic setting. It's a truly American choral piece of music and choral masterwork, really. And the Master Chorale was able to perform this in a live concert last month, outdoors, our first live performance for an audience in over 15 months. We also performed the second piece you'll hear, called I Dream a World by Andre Thomas, with a text by Langston Hughes. And for the I Dream a World performance, we've asked our video artists and recording artists to combine the two choirs together for you to hear a combined international performance of I Dream a World by Andre Thomas. And we hope that these two small offerings can do something to take away the pain or alleviate the suffering and help in some way our friends in India. Thank you.
Greetings from the Rotary Club of Madras. I am Kapil Chitle, the immediate past president of this club, and we are a 92-year-old club in service to society based in Chennai, India. Our club, called RCM, was the club that initiated the polio movement, eradication movement in India in 1985. Some of the projects that we do are in skilling development, education of children. We support a dialysis center where we have about 8 dialysis beds that we have units that we have provided. We support a boys' home and run a boys' home in Chennai up to the finishing of school and several other projects. This year, our focus has been towards COVID and protecting life and livelihood. It started with a testing program early in the year and then moved on to assisting the government of Tamil Nadu in taking care of the cold chain requirements of logistics and transportation, wherein we provided reefer vehicles, Iceland refrigerators, vaccine carriers to ensure that the vaccine is transported to the smallest village in the state in the conditions that it is required to be maintained. We have conducted several vaccination camps in the last couple of months and have vaccinated over 8,000 people with the support of the Public Health Department. Recently, we have donated a mobile vaccination unit to the Greater Chennai Corporation, which is being used to vaccinate hamlets and communities below the poverty line, which cannot come to a public health center to get vaccinated. We expect to vaccinate through this initiative at least 100,000 people in 1 year. We've provided 2 oxygen generators in a containerized format, which is a plug and play provision. This will enable the government to move the oxygen requirement to wherever it is necessary. The present focus is likely to be towards protecting children getting affected by this pandemic. Several of them who get infected recover, but unfortunately develop complications a month or so beyond that. So we've been given to understand from the Children's Hospital here in Chennai. I would like to take this opportunity to thank, namely, Jeff and Alan Satyadev, Lawrence McIntosh, the Master Chorale Board President, Dr. John Russell, the Music Director, Cynthia Burnham, who is the Board Director, Deepak Prahlad, who is the San Diego rep for the House of India. I would also like to thank Dr. Ravi Santosham for giving us this opportunity to get introduced to your organization. To enable your donations, kindly click on the link being provided below. We appreciate your generosity in this fight against COVID. Have a wonderful day.
Give us hope, my voice is calling.